on the players themselves to have that intensity, that fire, that drive that you need to see from the get-go?
No, it's everybody. It's just a collective feeling, but I think it's normal that a team is more desperate than another team is going to fight a little harder. So it's not we have to match that team. We understand that. And if you watch, I really didn't think we were going to sweep them this time. So they came out and did what they're supposed to do. We'll have to come out and do what we're supposed to do. So we battled back. We're up 5 with, I don't know, the end of the third quarter or something. We just didn't finish the game up. We got down early. They're a good team. So we're just going to keep battling, keep our heads up, keep battling.
Kelly Eco.
Hey, Coach. As far as the first quarter and second quarter are concerned, is this more about having control during those spells?
Having control, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we turned it over. We fueled their fast break, and that's one thing that you can't do. And we can talk about 1,000 things, but when you win, there's still 1,000 things you can talk about to get better, and we'll do that. But probably the boil down to one thing. We said it. We keep our turnovers down, keep better transition, we'll win the game. Yesterday we had 17 turnovers with 27 points that we gave them, and we lost. So it's not like you come in here and go, ooh, I wonder why we lost. That's a big reason, and we just got to do a better job there.
Jonathan Fagan.
Assuming that there wasn't much very different about the way the Lakers doubled and trapped James, does that make it easier to make the corrections in that you have done that throughout the year? It's not like something you have to now invent on Labor Day.
For sure. And if you watch, I'm sure you watched the game. So if you look at the game, we did it then. We're down 22, we're up 5 in a blink, but we were doing it right. And then we just made some decisions that wasn't great. And it happens. Nobody tries to do that, but we know how to attack it, and we'll be more prepared. We hope to be able to attack it. But we showed them examples, and when we did it right, it was great. We did it always bad. So it's just a matter of trying to make those decisions on the run.
Russ was so good in those situations from, let's say, January 1st through mid-March. Is that the solution? Just have him play like he did them, or attack as he did then?
That's one solution. There's other solutions. Other guys could, our spacing could be better. We could do a better job. But overall, like I said, I don't know if there's 20 times that they trapped, 10 times we did it really well, and then 10 times we didn't, and it's mostly the same mistake. So hopefully we address that, and we'll be able to do a better job with it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jason Bristol.
Hi, Mike. After the game, Russ said that he was just kind of running around. I got to look at the film, try to figure out how to be effective. After looking at the film, and I assume without giving away too many secrets, what did you see from Russ, and what does he need to do to be effective?
Just be himself. It's again, this is the team thing. It's not just one thing. It's a lot of things, and I think it goes back to our defense wasn't as good as has been. We scored 109 points when we scored 17 in the fourth. We had plenty of points. We kind of ran out of steam because we came back with 22 down. Whatever the reason, we didn't finish the game off. But, when you talk about, offense. No, yes, it was defense. We got the number 1 defensive team here in the playoffs. We didn't play like it last night. We just made too many mistakes on that end. We got to keep them around the 100 mark, and that'll get us a win.
Thank you, Mike.
Saman Ali.
Hey, Mike. Eric Gordon, his last 3 games, is averaging almost 23 points per game, and he's shooting 48% from 3. How big is it for you guys to finally see him get going?
Yeah, it's like I got said the other day. You'd be talking to a different coach in the semis. He got us through to the best first round, playing great, and you just can see it physically. He just feels better, looks better, faster. Eventually his shot was going to come, and now it's good. His defense is always stellar. He's one of the better defenders I've ever seen on the ball. So there's a lot of good things he's doing, and he has that possibility. When he's physically right, he does it.
Brian Bearfield.
Coach, on last night, Eric talked about the Lakers switching to a 3-2 zone. Was that something that you all were prepared for? Or had they played that against you all in previous games?
Yeah, these different teams have tried it, definitely. We showed them a couple things we could have done a little bit better. But at the same time, zones, are what they are. It's a desperation thing that I'm not a big believer in it. And I think offensively we should kill it. We did last night, missed some shots, and didn't really get in the spots we talked about. But we'll do a better job against the next time.
Kim Davis.
Hey, Mike, you've been with this team now for several years. Can you talk about the growth you've seen when you guys get to this point in the season, just how you're handling being in this position, having a tough loss, being able to bounce back, and also in particular what you've seen from Danuel House from one year to the next?
First, that's why this thing's so fun to coach and be around, because of the personalities and understanding, what we got to do. And again, we always go with that slow, what's next? What's happened yesterday. Would it be worse if we lost in the last second shot? We'd be heartbroken, or, okay, here's what we got to fix. Let's fix it. Let's impose our will instead of letting them impose their will, which they did yesterday. But because of the veteran team and everything, it's easier to attack the real problems. Danuel House, I think he's blossomed to one of the better players in the league. He's playing a lot of energy, athletically, making great decisions on defense and offense. He's come a long ways, and who knows? I mean, I still think he'll improve and get better, and there's no reason why he's not one of the better players in the league.
And last one, Jonathan Fagan.
Yeah, I just was going to follow up on your comment earlier about defensively needing to be back to the standard of the first 8 games of the playoffs. Given how much your offense helped the Lakers' offense, you talked about, and that Anthony Davis does make those shots even when defended well. Is there that much improvement that can be done from your defense as opposed to all the help that you gave them on the other end?
I think that's the number one key. We can do a little bit better in the half court. There were some things we showed them that we could do better, but it was still good last night. Where it was bad was we turned it over and they got 27 points and they outran us down the other end. And but yeah, we can nudge it up in the half court better. Definitely get a lot better in the transition, and definitely cannot fuel their transition. So yeah, those 3 things got to get better.
Thank you.
Okay.